everybody, it's Jaya.
And Ian.
And we've been doing a 52-week YouTube sex life makeover here on YouTube, giving you lots of juicy, hot information to improve your sex life. If you've been joining us, congratulations. Hopefully you're already seeing some amazing results.
And if you're just joining and you're like, what are they talking about? We have all these videos. You can go back and watch them. We break things into bite-sized chunks, 5-week sections, 10-week sections of practices you can take and put right into your sex life to create a hot, juicy connection with yourself or your lover.
All right, so today I wanted to focus more on thriving sexual vitality. So we've been doing a little series here on thriving sexual vitality, and last week I introduced the 5 pillars, which are diet, detox, exercise and movement, and mindset, and sexual cultivation practices. So those are our 5 pillars. And this week I wanted to focus a little bit deeper on diet, and specifically the question of sugar. So is sugar bad for your sex life?
What do you think?
Yes or yes, as my friend Dr. Bergman says. Yes. If you guessed yes, you
got
are
it right.
So yes, sugar is not so great for our sex life, especially processed sugar. The issue is that sugar actually does deplete testosterone. It lowers testosterone, which lowers drive. It also has an effect on our overall health. The problem isn't sugar in itself, it's that we have too much sugar in our diet. I was recently reading that we should have about 50 grams, and they've raised that, of sugar in a day. However, most people get that in one soft drink.
Yep.
So and then I was reading that the average person is taking in 150 pounds of sugar a year.
And we used to take in 5 pounds per year.
Yes, so we've gone from 5 pounds to 150 pounds of sugar in a year. And so what is this doing to our bodies? Not such good stuff.
Yeah.
So and this isn't good for our sexual health. It's not good for erectile function. It's not good for drive.
It's not good for your immune system, because when you eat a bunch of sugar or you eat a bunch of carbohydrates like that big, juicy, lovely pizza, your immune system goes down to functioning at about 10% of its capacity.
And you may think that pizza is not a sugary food, but the carbohydrates in that are converting into sugar, and a lot of times they're putting sugar into the doughs, or into the sauce.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, even the cheese, sometimes I see sugar in cheese in all kinds of crazy stuff.
And you have to be careful. You can go to a healthy restaurant and you can order a salad and you think you're doing yourself a favor. But in their dressing, they've layered in a bunch of sugar, a bunch of sweeteners.
They've sugared the nuts that are in the salad.
Yep.
I mean, so you've got to look out for sugar. and I don't mean to be poo-poo and like Debbie Downer. There are so many amazing foods that we can eat, and there are supplements and substitutes for sugar. So one of my favorites is xylitol powder. And this is a birch tree xylitol, not a corn-derived xylitol. This is a sugar alcohol. Our bodies naturally produce it, so you can try that out. It does have sometimes a detoxifying effect, so be careful with too much.
But what she means is watch out for disaster pants.
No disaster pants. Also, there's stevia. So stevia can be a little bitter for some people. Ian doesn't love it. I don't
care for it too much.
I love stevia. You can get non-bitter stevias. They do exist. They're out there. There are different brands, and just check that out. Do some research on that. You might want to try honey or maple syrup, but make sure you get an organic kind. And these are a little higher glycemic, so be careful on not overdoing it, not doing too much. And then finally, there's Sugavita, which is a palm sugar, but it's fermented and it's extracted in a very particular way that keeps all the minerals intact. It's
super high in B vitamins, very high, and that's really good for your sex life. And I want to just point out, too, we're talking about ways to get that same sweetness that we've all become accustomed to in our dessert foods and all the salads you're eating at restaurants that have the sugar. But the thing that's really going to take you there is to eat real food, like solid food, lots of vegetables, without seasoning, make juices for yourself. And you can eat fruit. I mean, fruit is a beautiful sugar, and it has enzymes in it that your body know what to do with. It's not going to give you that glycemic spike, and it's not going to hit your immune system the same way that a candy bar or a dessert will.
It also depends on the fruit. I mean, there are some that will give you a glycemic spike.
Pineapples.
Because they've been hybridized so much to have more sugar in them.
Right.
So you've got to be careful, too, with your fruits. All right. Lift them up. Get some good sweet stuff that is good sweet stuff and not the negative sweet stuff, and you will see, hopefully, you may see some improvement in your sex life.
Maybe instead of disaster pants, a rise in your pants.
Yes. And we're a little goofy today. We have not eaten a lot of sugar.
No.
On that note, please subscribe, like, comment, let us know what you think, what you feel. What do you feel about sugar?
What's happening next week?
All right. Next week, we are going to focus on detoxification, which is really, I mean, this is something that's very important for your sex life, and you'll find out why when you tune in next week. Okay. Until then, fill your life with pleasure.